everyone, welcome back to Closing Time Kitchen, where we combine delicious recipes with valuable real estate tips. My name is Denise, I am with Settlement Engine, and today we're going to make these simple s'mores cookie cups. And once they are baking, we will talk about different ways to hold title. So these are a perfect summer treat for a barbecue, campfires, or anytime you're craving something sweet. So these are the ingredients that you're going to need: a log of sugar cookies. You can just buy the prepackaged dough, some wax paper, a muffin tin. I have a silicone one. If you don't have a silicone one, you can use a regular one and just put some cupcake liners in there. Some graham cracker crumbs, you can buy them already done, or you can throw them in your food processor and do them yourself. Some semi-sweet chocolate chips, some marshmallows, and a little bit of chocolate drizzle. So go grab your ingredients and we will start to assemble these, and we will be right back. Hey guys, welcome back. We are going to start assembling our s'mores cups. So what I did was I took a roll of sugar cookie dough and just rolled it in some graham cracker crumbs. And what you're going to do is you are just going to take a knife and you're going to cut them into chunks, and you're going to put them into your muffin pan. You're just going to press them down, and then you're going to mold them into the muffin tin. You can use your bare hands, you can use a little shot glass if you like to make the dent in the center. You just want to make it look like a little cookie cup. And we're just going to continue to do that until we have these all done. I think I only did 6. I tried these earlier, so I did 6 earlier to make sure that they would turn out right, and they did. So we're just going to do 6 of these, and what I'm going to do is just show you how to assemble them. So you're going to make your cookie cups like this. You're going to put a handful of chocolate chips in here, and then you're going to add your mini marshmallows. You're going to make sure the chocolate chips are all covered with your marshmallow. And then you're going to pop these in the oven at 350 degrees for 12 to 15 minutes. Mine took the full 15 minutes. So you just want to make sure that your cookie dough is brown and your marshmallows are nice and toasted. So I'm going to finish these up, pop them in the oven, and then we'll be right back to talk about how to hold title. We have our cookie cups in the oven, and now we're going to talk about holding title. So many buyers are surprised to learn that when you purchase a home, you actually have choices in how your ownership is recorded. If you are purchasing a home on your own, the only way you're going to hold title on that is a sole ownership. And that means you own 100% of the property and you have complete control over the decisions involving that home. The next way to hold title is joint tenants with the right of survivorship. So that's if 2 or more people purchase a home together, you would have joint tenants, so you have 2 people, with the right of survivorship. That means everyone owns an equal piece of the property. The biggest benefit is that if one owner passes away, their ownership rights automatically transfer to the surviving owner without going through probate. However, when it comes to probate or inheritance and any of that, I always urge you to speak to an attorney that deals with those types of situations. The next way you can hold title is tenants in common. Unlike joint tenants, ownership percentages don't have to be equal. So if you have 2 people, it could be 50-50 if you like, or it could be 75-25. So maybe you have someone that's helping you purchase the property and they're giving you maybe the down payment and they want to be on the deed, and you can say, okay, well, you gave me X amount of dollars, you can have X amount of ownership. So that's something that you would agree upon before you actually take title. So when an owner passes away, their share goes to their heirs or according to their will. It doesn't automatically go to the other owner. Tenants by the entireties. If you're married, in many states, including Pennsylvania, the most common way to hold title is tenants by the entirety. The ownership is available only to married people. So it includes the rights of survivorship, meaning when one spouse passes, the surviving spouse automatically owns the property. And it also provides additional protections from certain individual creditors. So there is another way you can hold title, and that is a living trust. So some homeowners choose to place their property into a living trust. A trust can help simplify estate planning and may allow your heirs to avoid probate. This is something you'll want to discuss with your estate planning attorney to determine if it's the right fit for your family. Not everyone wants to do this, and we would also need to review the trust before we can put the property into a trust. So why does all of this matter? Because the way you hold title can affect who inherits your property, whether probate is required, certain creditors, protection from certain creditors, estate planning, and future ownership decisions. It's one of those decisions that seems small at closing, but it can have a big impact later. I also want to remind you that if you are the survivor and you do get a property, you will have to pay inheritance tax, so don't forget about that. And avoiding probate doesn't necessarily mean that there's no inheritance tax. We always advise you to contact an estate attorney. So think about that when you're purchasing a home, how you want to hold title. Talk to an estate attorney, talk to the other person you're on title with, and if you're purchasing a home on your own, you have one choice, and that's sole ownership. So we are going to check on these cookies, get them out of the oven, and we will be right back to see how they turned out. Hey guys, welcome back. We have our little cookie cups out of the oven and they have cooled. So what we're going to do now is we're going to drizzle them with a little bit of chocolate because what's a s'more without a little bit of drizzled chocolate? And I mean, if you don't want to, you don't have to. You could always skip this part. But anyway, just like every ingredient has a place in these s'mores cookie cups, every homeowner should choose their ownership option that best fits their situation. Your title company will prepare the documents, but we're always happy to explain your options so you can make an informed decision. For legal or tax advice, we always recommend that you talk to an attorney or financial advisor because they are the experts in their field. We are the experts in the title field. So thank you for joining me on Closing Time Kitchen. I would love to hear if you made these, and if you did, if you love them. They're just adorable and a great and quick dessert for a summer picnic, graduation party, birthday, or just a Thursday. So thanks for joining me for another episode of Closing Time Kitchen. My name is Denise Monaco at Settlement Engine. Don't forget to subscribe, drop any comments you have below, and any questions you want answered on a future episode. I'm going to do one coming up with all of your questions that I've been getting. And don't forget, it's always sweet at closing time. I'll see you in 2 weeks.